Today, I would like to tell you about two tragic historical figures who lived around 2,000 years ago. One of them is one of the most important figures in ancient German history, whose life and deeds had a significant influence not only on the history of the Romans and the Germanic tribes, but also on the mythology of early German history. Arminius, who is called Hermann in German, has been the subject of works by renowned German artists and poets. This is the story of Arminius and his adversary, Publius Quinctilius Varus. Arminius was born in 16 BC to a leader of the Cheruscan tribe. Although little is known about his early life, it is clear that he came from a family of Germanic leaders who worked closely with the Romans. At that time, the Roman military and administration worked with many regional groups, including those in northern Germany. While it is uncertain whether Arminius was sent to Rome as a child, we do know that he had received military training in Rome by 1 CE at the latest, and served as a legionnaire in the Roman army for several years. This is how he obtained Roman citizenship. Here we see Arminius during his training in the Roman army. Around the year 7, Arminius was transferred to his homeland in northern Germany. By his mid-20s, he had been honored with the highest military awards and had the absolute trust of Publius Quinctilius Varus, the commander responsible for this province. Varus is believed to have ruled arrogantly and insensitively, showing no regard for local Germanic customs and traditions. It is not known whether this was Arminius's only motivation, or if he was also driven by a desire for power and the ambition to become a Germanic prince. However, the ruse that Arminius used to lure the Romans into a trap is well documented. He reported to the Roman provincial governor Varus about an uprising of the Germanic tribes in its early stages, which had to be crushed at all costs. Believing Arminius's account, Varus sent a Roman army of 3 legions, led by himself, deep into Germanic territory to quell the uprising. However, this was a trap, a precisely planned ambush in which a large Germanic army attacked the Romans in rough terrain and wiped them out completely. Realizing the hopelessness of the situation, Varus committed suicide, as was common practice among Roman commanders. 3 legions, an estimated 20,000 soldiers, were completely wiped out. This loss brought Roman expansion in northern Europe to a halt. Although not all Germanic tribes fought alongside Arminius against the Romans, the victory over Varus and his legions marked the beginning of a bloody conflict between the Germanic tribes and the Romans. In fact, the numerous Germanic tribes were very divided, with some siding with Rome and others with Arminius, and often changing sides. The war in Germania lasted 5 years and came to a temporary end when Arminius was murdered, not by Rome, but by his own relatives. As with so many things in ancient history, we can only speculate about the motives. Yet one thing is certain. The events that took place between 9 and 21 AD changes history forever. And at no point in Roman history was the Germanic territory to the right of the Rhine occupied by the Romans. Thank you for listening.